Good morning. How's it going? So, today's topic is one of my favorite topics, and it is on becoming. In fact, when I ran the Life Reset Retreat in Kerala early this year, one of the first questions that all the participants had to ask each other during the ice breaking session was, what are you becoming? And this was a powerful question because it forced them to pause and reflect who they were becoming in their lives. Now, if you're wondering, don't worry, I'll be explaining the context in a bit. Now, all people are becoming something. If you are existing, you're becoming something. Every one of us is becoming or evolving either subconsciously or consciously. Most times, what happens, years pass and then you suddenly realize you have become a different individual than what you were 10 years ago. Most people are unconsciously becoming what they are becoming. And few people are consciously becoming what they are becoming. Have you ever observed somebody who, in the course of a few years, say 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years, has become somebody who was not what he used to before? Have you seen people who have become, say, more irritable, more annoying, more angry? Have you seen that annoying uncle or an irritable uncle who, if you ask and talk to his school friends or college friends, would say that no, he was not like this before? And some people just find themselves in that state where they have become more angry or more impatient or more irritable, as I said, and then they just hate themselves for being who they are. And unfortunately, they just resign to this fate and believe this is who they have become over the years, and they have no power whatsoever to undo what they have become over the years if they do not like themselves, if they hate themselves. And I've seen that, and I've seen people use sentences like, this is who I am. I'm sure you have heard people say about others, he has a tough exterior, but he has a golden heart. Now, who cares if you have a golden heart if you do not have the ability to say a kind word to somebody, if you cannot be comforting to somebody, if you cannot appreciate somebody? The world doesn't care. And I know this. And as I said, most of these people who have become a worse version of themselves unconsciously because they never took care or never observed who they were becoming, suddenly find themselves helpless and hating themselves. But they resign to this new definition of themselves, this new identity of themselves. And it's quite convenient to resign and accept this new identity, even if you are not happy, because it's hard work to become better. So let me give you my example. For years, I was behaving like a strict brother to my sisters, to young sisters. And I had assumed that role of a brother. My father used to be mostly out of station and he always had jobs outside the city where we lived. As a result, I assumed this responsible brother, and I carried this strict brother attitude with my sisters. But as we all grew and become mature adults, I realized that I was still carrying this attitude towards my sisters, and I hated myself for that. Over the years, I did little to shed that image of mine. In fact, I would carry this image to their friends as well. But I realized my folly and I realized how much I hated myself. So I started working, and today I'm striving to become a friend and a jolly and a happy brother to them and shed that image that I carried for all these years. And I'm happy that I'm getting better. Other example is after college, after my engineering, I did not make a lot of effort to stay in touch with most of my classmates. And I hated myself for that. And I was very convenient because I used to make fair weather friends. That means wherever I move, I would meet people and then make temporary friends. And I never paid attention in building solid relationships with my old friends. And I hated myself for that. So today, I'm shedding that identity of mine because again, it's hard work. So today I make sure that I make a list of all those friends that I never got in touch with these years and call them and then rebond with them. And it's happening and I'm happy with that. And any efforts to become a better version of yours, okay, consciously taking charge of who you want to become as a person, as a human being, and creating yourself towards that version of what you want to become is quite satisfying and gratifying. It's a great way to live. So, as a success coach, I work with my clients, and usually success is always attributed to professional success, monetary success, milestone based success, or health and fitness and weight related success. But you know what? Along with this, I always ensure that most of my clients also have behavioral success. So they have to write down the kind of person, kind of human being they want to be to the world, the kind of husband they want to be, the kind of spouse, wife they want to be, the kind of father they want to be. There is always a bar that you are not meeting. And this is why I work with clients and help them become that. In fact, when I work with my clients, of course, when they begin with all achievement goals and all that they want to accomplish. But when you dig deeper, they reveal the sense of inadequacy as a human being. Most of them would reveal that, you know what, they are not being a better spouse or they're not being a better parent. And they know and they have this angst within them, just that they never are able to overcome their past behaviors and habits. Now, who you become is what you repeatedly do. Say, if you are not an empathetic person by nature, you're not kind by nature, and you always have this grumpy look and have this grumpy feeling, and you are an irritable fellow, okay? It does not mean that that is how you're supposed to be. If you do not want to be this, you just need to demonstrate attitudes and behaviors and habits daily that shows just the opposite. So all you need to do is break these attitudes and behaviors that you hate and change it to daily habits that mean the opposite. For example, if you feel that you have not been a great husband and he has not shown enough appreciation and care because he has been so busy with profession and kids and fatherhood and everything, then all you need to do is build new habits. Ensure that every day you have one or two things that you put in your to-do list that you need to demonstrate kindness or show an act that would show that you are appreciating your other half. And if you do that, and if you track your progress every day for weeks and then months and then 6 months, then you have changed your identity. Because as I said, what you become is what you repeatedly do. And this is one of the powers of a human being. In fact, one of my favorite quotes comes from Henry David Thoreau, who says, "I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by conscious endeavor." Isn't this powerful? Animals do not have this power to better themselves, to better their behaviors, to be a better version of themselves. Only human beings have, and that comes with a decision. It comes from committing to what you want to become. So all I want to say is, don't become what you do not want to become. Don't allow yourself to evolve subconsciously. Take charge of who you are becoming, because you owe this better self to your immediate family. You owe this to your friends. You owe this to the larger world. Thank you.